Welcome back, Hustlers. We're talking about episode 11, Assistant for a Day. We got a special guest in the building. We got Yonathan here.
Yo.
We're talking about Eliminations, this Assistant for a Day challenge, and the curveball T.I. threw at us during Eliminations. Y'all stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler.
Hey.
I'm a hustler. Hey.
I feel like I could do my little Millie ride.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Chellz. Wow.
Okay. So real sturdy with it. Real sturdy with it.
sturdy.
Real sturdy. Okay. The sturdy Millie. Oh.
Yes.
That's how you feeling.
Welcome back, Hustlers. We're talking about episode 11, Assistant for a Day, Grand Hustle After Show. I'm your host, Kayla Rene, and I'm not by myself today. We got our special guest in the building.
Oh, me.
Yes.
Yo, this is Yonathan Elias. I feel real good to be here, man. I've watched every single one of...
I can't forget about my girls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay, before we introduce myself, Yonathan is also a host, so you see how he has that takeover spirit?
Oh, that's my bad.
So I'm Chellz Evette.
And everybody, I'm Shamarri Hartzog.
Yes, and I'm like, spoiler alert, we have Yonathan here with us today. But yo, this episode, it was Assistant for a Day, you guys. How'd you guys feel about the overall episode?
I was shocked because, you know, Yonathan is a show favorite for me. When
He
he
is our
went
favorite.
home, just like Sierra, I felt the same way.
Way
I
to
was
go,
just
Chellz.
like,
Way to ruin the Eliminations
oh, I'm
for us.
so sorry.
Granted, everybody's already watched the episode, so
Okay,
they
great.
know.
That's true.
But
I was shocked and appalled.
I thought it was actually one of the funniest episodes, just because each person individually having to have a task like this, everybody literally like had their own struggle with whoever they were paired with, and I
Yeah.
think Duval made the show for me. He
You know
was
he-
hilarious.
You know he
was.
killed it. But for
Yeah.
me, y'all, I've been talking about this for so many weeks now. I was ready for this single challenge
Yeah,
by
you were.
themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Y'all have been
I was
saying
like,
that.
when are they gonna do a challenge
Yeah.
when it's just by themselves? I'm so mad T.I. made it like the second to last episode.
No,
Like,
yeah.
He had us all waiting. But the funny thing about it, now, if you guys are viewing out there, most guests typically sit out there. I just
On the
want to mention
couch,
that.
huh?
But because Yonathan is so special to us,
He had to get a
he's
chair.
like a guest slash
Like a
group
big shit.
hug. He's like a
can't really get
guest
him, but it's cool.
slash guest host. Even though we're still going to definitely ask you interview questions. Of
Oh,
course,
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
we
That's
came
what I'm here for.
We're here to talk about the episode.
Yeah.
Now, as far as filming goes, is this your first time seeing it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because
Everything.
remember, that was like Sierra, too. Remember, that was like her first time sitting in on the episode.
Yeah.
as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so was it edited correctly?
This one definitely was.
Okay.
The past weren't.
You said
And
this one was edited correctly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Past
But
haven't
but they
been.
also still left out
out.
a lot.
Okay. I
Like
believe
a
it.
lot. Even with mine, like they left
Okay.
out a lot. But that's I mean you have to really understand it's 24 to 48 hours taped for each challenge,
it.
and you have like what 40 minutes to show
Got
it.
it.
So
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now, the dynamic between you and George, do you feel that as this episode's
Who?
got... Okay, you're answering my question, basically.
Not
I was
the
going to
Mariah
say,
Carey.
do you feel...
I don't know her.
I still don't know. Do you feel that your relationship dynamic kind of got a little better closer to the end? I mean, you guys were the last three.
It still looks like no.
It's definitely a no.
Okay.
What exactly is the
okay.
beef, though? Can you kind of like go
So
over that?
this is the other thing that I really did not like. The show definitely did not show all of the little antics that George would do.
Okay.
There were a lot of times, especially off camera, that he would come up and he'll be like, you know, he'll pick and be very disrespectful with like. And the viewers out there, that it was actually pissing me off. Is like they're like, oh, George must just be like the ultimate hustler because he got everybody like
We did
you
think
know,
that.
but it wasn't that. Like, think about it. What's the common denominator? If everybody in the house is cool with each other except for George, George ain't like the ultimate hustler. He's not anyone to be scared of. Like the fact that he lied and said he was leader 3 times and he passed, like he won every single one.
Yeah.
That's a lie, because Team Grand only won 1 challenge, and
That's
that's when
true.
Javi was the leader.
Yeah.
That's true.
Come on, man. Like, it was a lot of shit that he would say and
Yeah.
do that was just so annoying and disrespectful.
I'm honestly-
and the fact is, when the cameras were rolling, he would change it up.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah.
it's like you see right through it, but you know that the viewers aren't going to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the only thing. that kind of pissed me off.
It's funny because, like, given George's antics, I literally thought he was gonna be eliminated weeks ago.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like, especially because he got at Yonathan in Eliminations, kind of like you kind of been like a little arrogant and been all over the place and whatever. So it was like George been doing the same thing, and he was kind of like, I should have eliminated you because of all the little antics and stuff, the little small things that you were doing. So it was
It's so true.
Especially for Tip to actually say that. He said, "Yo, it was annoying."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everybody was annoyed.
Yeah.
You
It
know,
seemed
so-
like he was one of the older ones, but he kind of gave off like a little brother vibe, like an annoying little brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
for
Like
sure.
that, he gave up that brother that still lives with your mom, but he's actually the older brother, but he still lives at home with the mom. He's like 40, but you come over from your like condo. You
I
like,
think that's-
what's up, bro?
I
He
think
like,
he
So
does
he
live
living
with
in the
his mom.
basement playing video
he
games,
like at the house like,
playing Fortnite.
hey,
Like,
Right.
hey, I'm about to be on this reality show. Yep, I'm about to,
coming up with phrases for his t-shirts.
you know what?
Y'all are throwing so much
Now,
shade
So
at
anyway,
George.
I'm like, before we get into this, we having a nice little conversation, but let's get into this challenge breakdown. So T.I. came in, of course, in normal T.I. fashion, told them the challenge was they were pretty much going to be assistants for a day. They were going to be paired up with people who are in Grand Hustle now. We have like an account executive, the president, booking agents, etc. So everybody had an individual task to do with such person. So like Gracie was paired with Clay Evans, who was the road manager, and she had the task to start off with Lil Duval. She had to get this man to read some lines, take some pictures, and do a little video. And Gracie completely dropped the ball. We'll start with her first. Gracie completely dropped the ball.
T.I. knew what he was doing, putting that personality
Definitely.
with Duval's personality. But
That's real.
I'm kind of glad he didn't put your personality with Duval's personality, because that would
Yeah.
have been too
Clash.
much.
I would have definitely
been a clash.
clashed.
Yeah, for sure.
Gracie always
And
has that,
she-
hey,
And even he got her to, kind of break down. So
it was good that we seen, not good because it was sad for her, but I like that fact that we seen a different emotion from her finally.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, yes, let's go. Like, let's do the challenge.
It was funny because before we started, Shamarri had a good point because it was like she rolled up or whatever. Lil Duval was already hotboxing the whip.
Yeah.
So it's like he living his best life, y'all. You already know.
Right.
But it's like she should have, like Shamarri was like, she should have like joined him in the hotbox and was like, hey, we gonna get a little medicated, but we gonna get this work done.
Yeah.
We get these
Right.
lines done.
Yeah, but like, she's really a church girl.
Yeah,
You know
she
what I mean?
is.
So
Yeah.
that's like,
Right.
and it's
But
her
you don't
brand.
gotta
She
smoke,
already,
but
I mean,
just sit.
that's secondhand smoke.
It is, but look, I gotta get the job done.
See, that's
right?
something I would have done because, like, I could do it. Like, I get drunk on TV. Like,
You
she
can do
wouldn't.
it? You can do it?
Absolutely, and I probably would have. But like with her brand and stuff, like she can't,
Right.
go
She
out and do that.
couldn't.
And there was stuff that they didn't show with her and Duval. You know, I mean, she
Right.
literally had like a sit down, face to face. Is like a come to Jesus moment. She was
Wow.
really.
I wish
she
they
was
would've
trying.
showed
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of stuff that they should have shown throughout the whole series.
But at the same time, another thing that I felt kind of wasn't fair was at no point was Duval going to kind of surrender and just work with
you
her.
can
You know
tell.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You
It's
can
like no
tell he
matter
was
what
like-
she would have suggested, he was going to always go on the opposite way.
Exactly.
So I just think, I wanted to see her put her foot down and stop smiling, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
and just say, listen, nah, sit down and do this.
Yeah.
You know,
Nah.
you got to be a teacher and she
Listen, nah.
works with kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, just come on, show me that you can like take some, take them.
I mean, because if you're going to take over T.I.'s business, you have to be assertive at
You
some
do.
point.
You gotta
can't
have that
just-
tough skin. She was
Yes.
definitely getting walked all over, and it was
Yeah.
like
Absolutely.
Duval was like, "I'm not doing them lines. I don't feel like doing them lines." She was
Oh,
like,
I would have been like, oh, we're not? Because this is what we is going to do.
But then how do you make him say the lines?
I would have made him say the line.
What
We like
what
the
would,
same
what
height.
would you have done? Exactly. There's no fear.
I would have had to sit
Y'all
down.
been eye to eye.
Sit down.
Listen,
Let's get on my level. We're already on the same level.
It's only 3 of us left, and I am not gonna let you be the reason I go home. Duval, what's your real name? Is it Duval?
right?
I ain't calling you little nothing. I would say Duval. I don't care what single you got. I don't care.
I just
what
would have told him.
tours.
I would have told him the lyrics. I would have been like, "I know you out here living your best life, but I'm not going back and forth with you."
The song didn't come out yet.
Oh, at that time.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And that's
Dang.
what I would ask you, just to go backwards really quick. What was the casting process like that? What was it like, and how far was it advanced in front of these episodes?
Oh man, casting was actually ridiculous. Like just the
Really?
application itself took like 3.5 hours to do
Oh my gosh.
online. All essay questions. It was over 100-something questions. All
Oh my
essay
God,
questions.
I
It
would've
was-
died, no.
No, I gave up 3 times.
I
Like,
would've
real
been
shot.
like, no.
Like took like 3 shots of Henny. I was like, oh, okay, I could do this. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was about to give up, but after that, then we had a Skype interview. After the Skype interview, they picked about 26 people to fly out to Atlanta to have the
Okay.
actual face-to-face with the producer and lights, camera, action, and all that. And they still sent home 10 people from there. And
Wow.
then 16 people went to the straight to the mansion.
That
So,
kind of seems like a common process, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so at you didn't meet T.I.P. literally into the house, or you met him prior?
Literally the first time you saw T.I.P. walk into the
Wow.
that's when we met him.
Wow.
If I had met him before, I was barefoot. I was hot. Like I took off my shoes. I took off my. I thought like we chilling. Like we meeting everybody. And here he come. I'm like, damn. I'm meeting T.I.P. with my feet out. Like.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was the first time.
Okay.
Wow,
This
that's
is
dope.
the one thing I can say about this show, because I'm really big on reality TV, and I said to myself I wouldn't do reality TV. There are a lot of shows out there that are scripted. This is one show that is not. Like everything was real, emotions were real, reactions were real.
Yeah.
I
all of
honestly
that.
didn't believe it was scripted. Like I didn't even think that.
Not
But some
that
people
kind.
ask. Some people ask.
You
but-
would think.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
I mean, I thought Ivan was scripted.
Ivan is really like that.
I was like,
Ivan
he
is,
seemed like he's really just
No,
like.
but
yeah.
Ivan is hilarious.
We
though.
have
He
like
is.
me.
Right.
He is.
He's real country. He's from Alabama. Like he's
can see
Mobile,
that.
Alabama. Like
I can
Real
definitely
country.
see
Yeah.
that. That
All
makes
right.
sense then.
I'm like diving back into this challenge. So George was paired with C-Rod, who's the booking agent, and y'all, George had to file papers alphabetically and to repaint the whole studio white. George
In
was
a
out
suit.
there, look, in his suit. You know he stayed with his little 4-piece suit on.
But I will say
Gasket
what
shot.
what I will give props to George for was he refrained from making the comments. Like he just kind of was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do it. You know, he kind of just
He did
tried.
make comments.
Well, he did,
when
but
he
I
was
mean,
filing,
like,
in the beginning. When he
yeah,
was
but I
filing.
mean, just like when he was with the people around, or when the person was around, he kind of just was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just get it done. And I just think his whole demeanor about it was just a little bit more like, okay, I'm gonna just get this done no matter what type of thing. Not that anybody else wasn't doing that. I just think that him doing that was. A
I
good
feel
thing.
like he was complaining the whole time.
George.
Yes.
It must have been this one over here. Look at this one making faces. I'm like, this one was complaining.
Okay, wait. First of all, T.I.'s house, they didn't put on any type of AC. Y'all saw that sweat dripping from my back. Like, my curls was dripping. Like, it was a lot. You know what I mean? It was a lot. So, but I really, like, I legit tried to just keep calm, say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Get a game plan. I mean,
they made you guys do the pettiest of
No,
petty
they
work.
I was like, we can dive into Yonathan. So Yonathan's job, he got paired up with the executive assistant of Grand Hustle, who
Came
was
in
Congress.
overalls.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
And your task was to unpack bags and hang up clothes accordingly. Look.
I just want to know if the outfit was supposed to be on purpose. Like, was that funny? Because I was kind of caught off guard with the outfit. Like, when he was standing there, and it's just like
The overalls.
so.
Wasn't he giving us
I
like
don't know if
bubble
I
gum
should
shrimp?
say anything, but I did say something about it, and I guess he felt some type of way.
Oh, you said it to his face?
I said it at my confessional, and at the finale, he stepped up and was like, "Oh, what's good?" And I was like, "What's good? Like, you look like Bubba. Like, I had a bow tie on. Like, you know what I mean?"
Miley was good.
Look, that's one thing I'm not gonna do is back down. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that we were supposed to dress to impress, and when I saw him, I was just like,
Well,
Okay.
when I seen that your challenge was to actually put those clothes up, I thought you would be okay because of how you dress. You seem like you're pretty organized, maybe at your own home. So I was like, okay, Yonathan might be okay because he seemed like he had his things in order at his home. I could see your closet being like organized, blazers, this is jackets, this is
It
hats.
is, it
so
is.
I was like, okay, this is an okay challenge for him.
Right.
Is he doing it for somebody else?
Somebody
and then
else,
unpacking,
right.
unpacking bags and boxes and all type of stuff? I would have been like, no.
Exactly, and the thing was, there was nothing. I mean, it's okay that it wasn't organized, but they just kept on changing what I was supposed to
Yes.
do after I finished
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
I had to actually go out and buy a sock because he was like, "I want you to put the sock over the steamer and make sure you steam everything as well."
my
So,
gosh.
and what they didn't show. was that he brought in luggage and said T.I.P is actually going to go on a trip and I need you to put together about a week's worth of clothing. So I had to put together clothes for days and nights and to match with the shoes.
Oh my God, I would have been too much. See, I
that's
would have been
a
like,
lot.
that's
On top of still making sure everything was good.
I'd have been like, dang, is the job to be a stylist, PA, intern? Like, what is
No,
this?
I mean,
But-
yeah, you kind of supposed to be able to do it all.
I guess.
Yeah, and I
was
did.
saying, huh?
And I did.
But
Yeah.
it does make you think, like, is this for me at this point? Like, can I do this?
That definitely went through my mind.
So your facial expressions definitely said that. Yonathan was like, what?
So how did it make you feel when they felt like you were the emotional one?
So that I don't agree with that.
You don't?
I don't.
Because Kayla was giving you a run for your
Oh
money on
yeah,
the
no,
show.
I know she was.
But we're Aries though, so I know.
We're passionate.
Yeah.
It is
Super
not
Get it right.
emotion, it's passion. Look
Give me
into my
some
eyes.
emotion too, though.
Look into my passion.
Like, not the shit.
No. Like, I mean, I might be a little emotional. You know what I mean?
The previous episode,
it's okay.
His son's like he was about to cry, Pop.
No, that part was I wasn't gonna cry.
I think it's because you wanted to react.
Because I wanted to say so much,
Yes.
but I couldn't. You know what I mean? And they did stuff they didn't show. We had a whole car ride there where they still was talking about my shirt. You know what I mean? I was like, bro, come on, man.
We was talking about that too, and it's like it's hard when you got to deal with like teenagers, like teenage boys and teenage girls. It's like you want to roast them, but then it's like they still too young to start crying and stuff.
Exactly.
And,
and even when y'all said, you know, we should have just asked them, you know, stuff about them, what they like. We did. We was like, so what's your favorite football team? Why are you wearing that shirt? Come on, bro. Like, what do you want, man? What do you want from me?
That was like, I'm not
childish.
even gonna lie. When he said that looked like something my dad would wear as a character, and he was like, okay. He was like, as a lame character.
I was like, all right.
You can definitely, your face was like, all right, well, like I'm about to go in on you,
right. At that point, I was just taking it in. Like it was just a bunch. You know what I mean?
While Teron was
I would just be like, lay it on me.
But yeah, that's the other episode. But
Right.
I thought that was
like,
funny.
let's not forget about Crystal. So Crystal was paired up with Doug Peterson, who was the president of Grand Hustle. Her job was actually to organize CDs and to meet with Tobago and then go pick up some food that wasn't even there, or like the guy wasn't there. The Crystal, I swear, Crystal be getting the crappy end of the stick sometimes.
Yes.
That was the most flustered and frustrated I've ever seen her throughout the whole series.
Yeah, she was.
Like she had like oil stains on her dress.
Oh my God, I didn't even catch that.
No, they didn't show that. But like when we got back, so when we all got back to the house, everybody just looked defeated. Everybody was done.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
Crystal came in basically crying. She had oil stains on. She still had the food like in boxes.
Oh my
She was like, so what? Are they gonna get their food or what?
Oh my
love you, Crystal.
God.
Yeah, you know, I felt for everybody. And this time, I mean, as much as I do not like George, he did, you know, do his thing as well, you know, and I'm a real person, you know, at the end of the day, like I give credit where it's due, and he did his thing, you know what I mean? So I felt like at that moment when it was us Final Four, I knew that we all worked really hard to get there, and like I knew that whoever, you know, got the final two, they deserved it. So,
yeah,
that's true. That's really good to say
definitely.
too.
I was like, I feel like everybody's like strong points were kind of tried this
Absolutely.
episode. Like, it was like everybody kind of had moments where they were breaking down, and I was like, ooh, I didn't know who was gonna get eliminated.
I could see why he put people in places. Like I could see T.I. T.I. probably was like, well, Yonathan is a snappy dresser. So
this accent every
time. But you hit it on point.
So I could just see him talking to Jake like, well, Yonathan is a sharp dresser, so let's have him unpack the clothes and style me.
Look at the eyes, Joe. You see that?
And Jada just be there like, I think that's
All he do is just,
I think that would be a good idea. You know, and then there it is there.
You know he the right hand man. He just in agreement with T.I. on everything.
Absolutely. I mean, this episode was really petty.
But it was so funny because all y'all said the same thing. So we dressed up, think we gonna do something for real. Are you kidding me? Everybody said the same thing.
I'd have been like, so I can't come down in a t-shirt and jeans. Can I go change real quick?
But did they tell y'all like, okay, dress professionally?
Yeah.
They did tell you to dress professionally.
They said, well,
dress.
I mean, they said, dress to impress. I mean, you're working with execs.
Yeah.
Right.
Know?
So you
like
wanna...
this is like the actual hustle, the people that run Grand Hustle Gang. So. How else would you dress?
To be honest, if you really think about it, so the whole competition is for you guys to be like personal assistants for T.I., right?
They say a 6-figure salary with them. So, I mean, I feel like it's an executive assistant.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, either way, you guys are going to have to go through like intern type of work, all types of different
be able to do it all.
Which isn't for me.
Yeah, but like I was telling Yonathan off air, you're in a fraternity, so you've already been through this process.
Right. So which is why like most of the challenges, like especially the time management and stuff like that, it was, you know, this is stuff that we're used to.
Yeah.
You know, so
especially the hazing and all that, the hazing process.
It seemed like it.
We're a non-hazing organization.
Clear that.
Okay.
Not hazing. I'm sorry. I mean, whatever.
You know, we just get stuff done though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. My pastor is a Kappa, so it is a non-hazing organization. So
I'm like, let's get through these eliminations real quick because I know we got tons of questions to ask Yonathan before the end of the episode. But okay, so eliminations, we get into it. T.I. is already serious. They're already coming out like, okay, this is the final four. One of y'all gotta go. Ended up being Gracie. I was like, all right, yes. Sorry, Grace. Look, Grace is watching us right now. Shout out to Gracie. We love you, Gracie, but I was calling it, girl, about 3 weeks ago. Every episode, I thought she was going to be the one to go. And it was like this week, it was like, it kind of was like by default. It was like, we down to the strongest people at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm like, she was the first one to
Jonathan is not
go.
there.
But T.I. said she was on the brink of her breakdown, though. So that was
because
like a
the prior
thing.
episode, remember when she was doing the photography and they basically told her, I forgot who it was. They took over the photography. She kind of shut down. She went in the
when they
corner.
were doing the video?
The music video,
Yeah, she shut down. She was in the corner, like just on her computer, like. I can tell from that point.
Oh, you talking about the movie challenge?
Yes, the movie challenge. I can tell at that point she was declining.
So I love Gracie. You know what I mean? She was on my team. We were the first in the vans going to the mansion. At that moment, it was because I was point and I was the leader and everybody was looking at me.
Take over spirit.
Not even that. I saw the picture and I was like, that's not what I envisioned. So because I was the one who came up with the concept.
And because you're a bossy Aries, because I agree, all Aries are bossy.
And a little bit.
We like to get stuff done.
I think Aries are
I don't like wasting time. Let's get it done.
Yeah. So I mean, she
Period,
felt
point
some
blank.
type of way
Period.
about that, like me not telling her what I wanted instead of just taking it and doing it myself. So.
Yeah.
It was kind of like how T.I. told George how he was like skating on thin ice with hot skates. I kind of feel like Gracie was like on the same thing because it was like once you start showing your emotion, the target is already on you. Everybody's already like, no, we need to look into this because it's like it was like Jillian. Remember, she was kind of having her breakdown, and even K-Dub co-signed it. He was like, nah, she way too emotional.
Yeah,
so it was like once your emotions start showing y'all, that was maybe the last of you, and then we get hit with a curveball. T.I. is like, yeah, all right, y'all the three. It said the finale.
Y'all saw my
week.
dance?
Look, he was like, but it can only be two.
Yes.
I said, oh what?
He was like, it was like that record.
Exactly.
No, it was like, okay.
I was like, you just gonna let me dance like that?
And eliminate you because he basically said a star is born.
I mean,
I honestly respect it though because he gave you like the best like walk away or ending type of thing that anybody else.
I agree. So it wasn't hard to leave. You know what I mean? With that ending,
note.
with that note, he basically said, "I would be holding you back from greatness if I gave you this position." So it's not saying that I wasn't.
Knowing me, I would have been all right. So since you say that, you got some people you want to lock right now
real.
before I leave.
I would like edit that clip out just to put on my Instagram and be like, y'all hear this?
Right.
On replay.
Right.
And I'm posting it every week.
Loop.
Just in case
Motivation Monday. Right.
How did you just feel in that moment?
Honestly, I felt relieved.
Really?
So
I
did you
did.
think you were gonna be called though? Did you think it was gonna be you?
I thought it was gonna be 3, so I didn't even think about the top 2.
Yeah.
You know, and I knew that I was gonna be top 3.
2 and you not 2.
Oh, keep on going.
Come through bars.
Come through bars. So yeah, I knew I was gonna be top 3. Didn't think about top 2, so that like threw me for a loop when he was like, "Okay, it's only gonna be 2." I was like, For real?
In true Aries nature, we was like, oh, what happened? Like, that's it. Like.
Right. But I honestly was relieved. I was ready. I felt like I did what I did.
Yeah.
I put my all into the entire competition.
We said that though from the beginning. We were like, Yonathan is a star.
Yeah. Thank you. And I really do appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Because y'all boosted my confidence a lot. When people was on Twitter talking about I was arrogant, I was like, I'm not.
That's Aries.
Confidence.
Don't
come on, sis. Like, Chellz, she ain't gonna be talking about Aries too much longer.
I'm the only Pisces
Aries hater over here.
I'm the only Pisces
in
here.
true Pisces fashion. They gotta make it about themselves. Like.
Sheesh.
What else do we have, Kayla?
This is a reality show right here.
AfterBuzz reality TV. So T.I. pretty much picked everybody apart. He said, you wore your emotions on your face. He was like, George.
That is true,
for sure.
George felt entitled, and it was like Crystal. She could tell that everybody said that like one word for her was flustered. Everybody could tell she was frustrated and couldn't like focus or whatever. And then so Gracie, it was like she was, on the brink of her breakdown. But I was like, how did you guys feel? I wonder, did you talk to anybody else about how they felt too, like in that moment?
Yeah, it was exactly what he said. Gracie, like, legit had a breakdown moment where she was just like, okay, I need to get myself together because it was, your whole position in this competition is on the line.
She went to go pray.
You know what?
I mean, she probably like sat in the bag and just like got her stuff together. I did the same thing, especially when old dude came and said, look at your face.
Right, she went to go pray.
When old dude came to me and was like, yo, you at the wrong room. The thing is, we knew that they set us up for failure. But going through it is so different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people are like, you shouldn't have been emotional. You shouldn't have said this. Going through it, right, you do it. And let's see how you
Wait, what happens when y'all go through that door? So when T.I. dismisses you, what's behind that door?
So you literally just Oh, that's the front door.
Oh.
They kick your ass straight out.
Where are you walking to? A
You're
bus?
Are your bags already packed?
No, we're walking out to our exit interview. So like, you remember when Ivan had them steps when he walked out?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. And then you walk out to the front gate, do your exit interview, and you can't even see the contestants after. You literally have to go upstairs, get your shit, and go because everybody's downstairs.
You didn't even see Gracie then because y'all left at
I saw Gracie because so she was like, what? And I was over there just like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That would make me feel a little bit better. At least me and you together.
Right.
Leaving with somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was cool. I felt like I did what I came to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's what
did.
matters. Yeah.
And listen, I'm still doing my shit. You know what I mean? I'm
know
on
that's right.
KTLA. I'm over here. You know what I mean? I'm still doing interviews. So
Tisha Campbell, I'm still here.
here. I'm
Still here.
Hey, no, that dance was annoying.
I'm still
Hey, real extra with it. Y'all don't remember that?
Yes.
Shit?
I do. Okay,
Okay, sorry.
What's next? Getting so carried away. Look, I'm like, in true Grand Hustle after show fashion, we always have to do our T.I. trivia.
And let's have Yonathan play.
Yes, we are having Yonathan play. You guys, look, our little music. We're doing our T.I. trivia for all our watchers out there. If you guys don't know, you have to know if you've been tuning in. We do our T.I. trivia, but our cast, we've been so like, one's been gone, one's been
So
missing.
I did it all.
Yeah,
I'm a lucky guy.
You completed our
You did.
panel. You completed our panel. So
Thank you.
let's get into our T.I. trivia. Don't cheat.
Oh, the answers are there.
Yes, they are. All right, so number 1, this is T.I. trivia, all things T.I. multiple choice. If you guys know the answers, go ahead and tell us in our chat also. So number 1, besides What You Know About That, what other song by T.I. was featured in the ATL film? Was it A, Let's Get Away? Was it B, Bring 'Em Out? Was it C, Ride With Me? Or was it D, Live in the Sky?
Oh,
The
I
first
don't
one.
know.
I say A.
I'm going to say D.
I was gonna say C.
Jonathan is actually right. It was C.
Oh, my God.
Thank you, boss man.
It was actually Ride With Me. Ride With Me was the other
Be
song.
gonna
clear.
say
Hey,
that.
be clear. This is my daddy house.
You got a Picasso in your house.
You didn't get no cutty.
If anybody getting some cutty right here, it's
Yes,
gonna be
me.
me. All right, number
right.
2. While we got your recital lines.
Right.
Number 2, this is the easy one. Which classic Destiny's Child song features T.I.?
Soldier.
Soldier.
Whoa, okay.
No point.
Soldier.
Wow, okay, next.
Yeah,
Number
we'll be back.
3, T.I. proclaimed himself with what alter ego name? Is it A, I'm the king, partner? Was it B, I'm the king, bitch? Or was it C, the king of rap? Or was it D, I'm the king of the South?
King of the
King of the
South.
South.
He had a
South.
beef with Ludacris about
Yeah,
that.
King of the South.
And Ludacris dissed him. He was like, stay off the T.I.P. of my dick. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I
no.
know. I love
I
that.
do remember that part. I didn't know at the
It
time.
was a
that
day.
was-
Yeah.
And they are like the mayors of Atlanta.
Oh,
I
they
mean,
are.
like
It's
the
Luda
Luda
Day,
Day
Luda
weekend,
Day, yeah.
like
The weekend.
the whole damn
Whole
weekend.
charity
Though?
thing, yeah.
Absolutely.
Just gonna say F Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, Luda Day. Wow.
And our bonus question, you guys, number 4. What is the name of T.I.'s club? Is it A, Club Crucial? Is it B, 4040 Club? Is it C, Club Truth? Or was it D, Club Bankhead?
Club Truth.
Truth
I
is
think.
on power.
Truth. But that don't mean that that's not his club.
Oh.
Wait, it might have been A.
So it's not true.
I think it was A.
It is A.
Oh, okay.
What is
is
Club
it?
Crucial?
I've never heard
With
of
a
this
K or
club.
with the C?
With a C. Crit. No, I'm just kidding.
I
Wait.
didn't.
Oh, wait, guys. Are we gangbangers here too?
I'm not affiliated.
Jonathan went
Calm down, guys.
Jonathan went from KTLA over here to
He went from KTLA
Hey,
to LA. Look.
for real talk.
We do not condone
Well,
gang
damn.
violence.
gang violence. I am not affiliated with any type of gang affiliation
Yes.
at all.
Period.
Press. Look, period. Chellz, period.
Period.
All right, so that's the end of our T.I. trivia, but
But we're not
That's-
done because we have a special message.
yes, of course we do.
Hey, what's up, AfterBuzz? Our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There is no network that works harder to serve our television fans, but we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be. Remember that poetry?
Come through.
Oh.
Don't be, because they are optional. So
Hit that note,
hit
though.
the subscribe button now for this channel right here, and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. But for now, thank you for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of Talk TV.
Yes, and if you're listening to us on iTunes, go ahead and give us that 5-star rating also.
It's like effortlessly.
Oh, I know. It's
gorgeous.
Just, you're
I
a
love
host,
it.
so it comes natural.
So I have to appreciate that,
Thank
you know?
so
I
much.
appreciate
No
it.
teleprompter,
Yes.
one take.
I do want to say y'all are amazing hosts.
Thank
like
you.
real talk. Like I do watch it.
means a lot.
I literally watch every episode because it's entertaining. And you guys are great.
good.
Thank
Wow.
you so
Yeah.
much. I appreciate
Even when y'all
that.
talk ish about me. Oh, I know. Emotional yawn.
Right.
Yeah,
Or passion.
Look, and shout out to the companies that hired Yonathan to host in Africa and all over.
Oh,
that's
we're,
yes.
dope.
we're,
Tell
we're
us
available.
about that.
We're available.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a top 10 music video countdown that I host that's aired in
Wow.
Africa and Europe.
So we want to know now, like, what's next for you?
Yeah.
Actually, I wrote a TV series. It's called Brooks Brothers, and I have
Like the Suits?
yeah, but it's Brooke. He's half Ethiopian, so Brooke is an Ethiopian.
Oh, say it again?
Brooke.
Brooke.
Yeah.
Brooke.
Really, my name is Yonathan
Ooh,
Elias.
Yonathan.
Yeah, that's how you're really supposed to say it. But,
Yonathan.
so it's basically a guy version of Girlfriends and Sex in the City.
Oh my God, I'm tuning
Yeah.
in.
So I actually have Frank Gatson who is
Wow.
directing it, and
Hey,
I
come
have
through, Frank.
I have Rashawn Frere, who's a huge TV film producer, who's EP. I have Angie Stone acting in it.
Wow.
I'll be acting in it. So
Wow.
yeah, so we'll be hopefully doing a pilot and pitching it to Netflix. So.
Wow.
That is so
Really
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you. Like I
Yes.
said, I want to be a multimedia mogul.
Yeah.
So this is the
Yeah.
way to you know,
Yep.
start. I've already done my hosting, getting back into acting,
Yeah.
then go into fashion.
I mean, look at Issa Rae. She did it, and
Absolutely.
it's on
Yeah.
HBO now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's out there. You
Inspiration
definitely can
right
do
there.
it.
You ever
Absolutely.
need an extra, you ever just need
Hey,
somebody
I'll be
to
shooting in LA.
Call your
Let us
sisters.
know.
Yeah.
Look, call
I'ma
your
say-
sisters.
Because I mean, I can do a little accent too.
Okay. Listen.
I'm gonna say, can I speak to Jonathan?
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Brooks.
Why you have the S on it?
Oh, Jonathan.
I love it.
Well, before we get out of here, let's dive into some quick little news and gossip.
Do you eat plantains?
Huh?
Plantains?
Plantains.
Was that stereotype?
No, I
Come
like
on,
plantains.
look, we need to
So
get y'all
guys,
together.
T.I. totally celebrated his birthday recently.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, boss man.
Not sure how old you are, but it's all good because you
You know
look
what?
great. You look
He
great.
does.
Black don't crack. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So, so he celebrated that. Then he also has a trap museum
Yes.
that is going to be
Trap
coming
Museum.
soon.
Yes.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
That
I
sounds
wonder
real
what's going to be
interesting.
in
Yeah,
there.
like, who's gonna be in
Exactly.
there?
Drug dealers.
You know
Shut
what? Who's considered like how many trap artists, like rap artists, are considered trap musicians though? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, we got T.I.
Okay.
Who else?
Chainz?
I mean,
I was gonna say 2
2
Chainz.
Chainz, Gucci, Trinidad James.
Is that everybody? Any rapper from Atlanta? Look, I'm like, is it
Migos?
Look,
Yeah,
I'm like, is
Migos
Migos any
count?
rapper from
But
Atlanta?
what makes them trap? Because of their location and where
Because
they're
they sell
from?
drugs.
Because they came out the trap.
Or is it the type of music? Is it the actual genre?
That
Like, do
music
you
for
have to
drug
actually
dealers.
have been
It
trapping?
stemmed
We
from
wouldn't know, right?
trapping in the bando. 2 Chainz sold drugs.
It's music for drug dealers.
Basically, yeah.
So it'll be a museum for drug dealers. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm assuming.
All right.
Still interested though.
I'd love to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then coming out in just a few days, in other news, T.I. is dropping another album out here,
Hey.
child.
Y'all want to close bombs on them.
Working.
Oh, this not Queen Radio.
This ain't Breakfast Club. This ain't Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Right.
Drop on a clues Breakfast Club. Shout out to Charlamagne the God.
Shout out to Queen Radio.
That too. But all right, I think that's it for our news and gossip.
Thank
right,
you,
Shamarri?
That
Right.
is
All right.
it.
Thank you for
Yeah.
our tea report.
Yeah, no
I'm like, before
problem.
we get out of here, we only have a few seconds. Did we have any more questions for Yonathan?
Ask me anything.
Oh.
Who won? No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
You got $2 million for that lawsuit?
Oh my God.
No, that's serious.
That's a $2 million lawsuit.
That's a big secret
So
to
have
keep.
6 so I can have the extra 4.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
a
there's only
mess.
one episode left.
It's one
It is.
episode.
Season
And
finale,
you saw
y'all.
some people are coming back. So
Yes.
I'm
BT
excited.
picked the
Are
you
best
coming
of the
back?
best.
Yep.
I am.
Oh, good. We get to see you again.
I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
Be
let's
fun.
do like our quick little predictions then for
Yeah,
next episode.
well,
We
I
can do
wanna know.
finale predictions. Mysterious.
This is a hard one. I don't even know.
George wins.
I'm
Red spoon.
He's like, you know what I'm thinking about investing?
Serena's food.
They bought it.
Anyway, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be combative. I'm gonna say Crystal.
I'm gonna say George wins.
You got
Shamarri.
It's a hard one. It's a hard one because I mean they both. You know what I'm saying?
So strong.
I'm gonna go with my girl Crystal.
We gotta give it up.
Wow.
Come on, Black
Crystal.
empowerment. Come on,
My
Crystal.
go with
predictions
Crystal.
have been very accurate. I'm not saying I'm a psychic or anything.
I low-key feel like George may win, but I'm rooting for Crystal.
I'm ready. I'm ready for everybody black.
I'm kind of
Right.
Which is everybody.
well, they're all black, but I'm kind of like
Allegedly.
I'm like a reality TV medium. So
You know
I
what?
can predict.
Oh goodness.
So,
my God.
Somebody get right.
Call me now.
call me now for your free
We got Miss
elimination.
Cleo here
So
with
I
us.
think that George is going to win.
And why?
Just because it's in the bag. Let me tell you why. I don't have time to tell you why. I just know that he's going to win just because you always have to expect the unexpected. And even though we are moving so forward as women in dominant spaces, I just don't see it happening. As
You know what? This way,
Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
intense.
It seems like
I
it seems
think-
like the finale. It already is like a VIP episode. So like real quick, they have to give a VIP experience for like T.I. is doing a little concert in Vegas. The whole everybody coming back. They're gonna be put on teams. Everybody who's like got eliminated is gonna be like their helpers. But it seemed like everybody's sabotaging George. Nobody wants George.
Right,
to
and
win.
that's why
Jill was
George
like,
just might win just for that reason.
That's what I said.
Unfortunately,
That's what I'm saying.
it's hard for me to say it, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Can we expect you to be emotional on the?
No, absolutely not. You can see me drunk, happy.
One time,
But I was working hard. I definitely worked really hard.
I do want to tell you before we go. One time, the episode you were very emotional. Kayla wanted Carl Thomas "Emotional" to be our theme song because of how emotional.
Wait,
that
which
you
episode
were.
was that?
It's just emotional.
Oh, not that one. It was I'm emotional.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's my jam,
though. I'm sure it is.
I sing that in the rain
Which
sometimes.
episode was it that he was so emotional? I don't.
The one where he almost tried to fight.
Oh,
He
George.
like,
Okay, so about that.
Quickly.
Because I heard how you was like, you know, it's a lot. It was a lot. The fact that you would talk about somebody's mother and you don't know exactly what they're going through and what they're going through at that moment and what your mother has done for you. Like literally,
I would have been ready.
literally
Hands.
sacrificed her entire life and for you to disrespect her and call her out her name.
Yeah.
Everybody in that house, including the producers, were against George with that.
Got it.
No, yeah, that's
and,
not
and,
cool.
and you should have, like, they literally had to send me out and I had to walk by myself because I don't play when it comes to family.
Yeah, it can be
I barely have friends because I keep it that, you know, so like I'm always with my family. And he knew that.
And he knew that would get
'cause
you.
I've said it before. So for him to say that on camera, knowing that I was going to react that way, that's why people don't like George. He premeditates stuff.
He's a manipulator.
I can see
But
that.
our
It was very College Hill vibes to me.
was.
Like,
Everybody keeps on saying I need to like bring that back when like go on Big Brother.
No, College Hill was my stuff, though.
Mine too.
But before we wrap up, so wait, real quick, we gotta break down this pool party episode. Why was you out here munching on booties, Yonathan?
Oh
No,
God!
Yonathan.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. They got me on that. Like, that was one day when Tip said that, y'all, I'm giving y'all a free day. I legit thought it was a free day.
You definitely did.
I really did. And the fact that some people knew and didn't really hold me back, that I'll digress on that. But that
Were
was
you
my
drunk
effort.
at least?
You know he was, girl.
Listen, they did not give us anything to eat that whole day. That whole day, I had 2 cups in my hand. One was Henny, one was Jamie. Like the whole
Henny, Jamie?
yeah, the whole day.
You was sauce.
But guess what? Come on now. If Jonathan and I didn't turn up like that, what would that episode have been?
boring.
We would have been seeing Sierra and Tehran over there hooking up in the corner.
And that's
But anyway,
Yeah,
I'm like, we gotta wrap up. But thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yonathan, for
Thank
being
you guys
here with
for
us
having me.
tonight. Yes. Once again, I'm your host, Kayla Rene. You guys can follow me on Instagram at @the_Kayla Rene.
Oh, I'm Yonathan Elias. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Yonathan Elias TV.
Thank you. It's your girl, Chellz Evette. You can follow me at Chellz Evette.
And lastly, guys, you can follow me on Instagram at Shamarri Hartzog.
All right, and join us next week for our season finale of the Grand Hustle After Show.
Yes. Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup.
up.
AfterBuzzTV.com.
See you later.
I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.